Good morning, students. Today we will continue our discussion of electrochemistry. This is the lecture number 5 presented by me, Vanit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. Okay, so what is the topic? The topic of the day is effect of dilution on conductance. Okay, so effect on dilution on conductance. Effect of dilution on conductance. So, first of all, we have to know what is dilution. Okay, so what do you mean by dilution? So dilution is what, when we add a solvent, or when we add a aqueous, more to be more precise, to get dilute a solution, we add some solvent or water to it. Okay, we add solvent or water to it, okay, to get that solution diluted. Okay, so adding a water or adding a solvent is called dilution. Okay, so adding water or a solvent, adding water or a solvent, adding water or adding a solvent to the solution is called dilution. Okay, is called dilution. So what is dilution? Dilution is basically the addition of water or solvent to make that solution dilute. Okay, so what is dilution? Dilution is the addition of water or solvent, to make the solution dilute. Okay, so when we dilute a solution, the concentration of the solution become decreased. Okay, so when we dilute a solution, the concentration of the solution will be decreased. Okay, when we dilute a solution, the concentration will be decreased. So if we add 100 ml of water in a solution, then the concentration, then what we are doing? We are doing a dilution. We are doing a dilution, or we are going to dilute the solution. Okay, so what we are doing? We are doing a dilution process, and doing a dilution process, the concentration of this solution, will be decreased. Okay, so effect of dilution on conductance. Okay, in the last day, what we have known what is conductance, what is resistance, what is the relationship between conductance and resistance, and types of conductance. Okay, so with respect to types of conductance, we know there are two types of conductance we have. Okay, number one is specific conductance. So the specific conductance is basically the reciprocal of rho, that is kappa. Specific conductance is also be called as kappa. Okay, it is reciprocal of rho. Okay, so when we have that equation in mind, then we can get through this equation number, suppose equation number 2. Okay, so in the equation number 2, what we are getting, this kappa is equal to conductance into L by A. Okay, so this L by A is called the cell constant. Okay, the L by A is called the cell constant, and C the conductance, and kappa is the specific conductance or conductivity. Okay, so here, if we take, so according to this equation, if we take, that is L equal to 1 meter and A is equal to 1 meter square, then kappa is equal to, that is specific conductance equal to conductance. Okay, specific conductance, kappa is also be called as specific conductance or conductivity. Then what you can say, when L is equal to 1 and A is equal to 1 meter square, then kappa or specific conductance is equal to the conductance of that solution. Okay, of that solution, or what can say, of the system. Okay, so what we can say, we can, by this equation, we can easily define the kappa or specific conductance. So in an electrochemical cell, where the two electrodes have a distance between 1 meter and both the electrodes have a cross-sectional area 1 meter square, then the system produce the conductance will be called as specific conductance or conductivity. So what we can say, if the distance between the two in a electrochemical cell, the distance between the two electrons is 1 meter, and the cross-sectional area of the electrodes are 1 meter square, then the conductance we have is called the specific conductance or kappa or conductivity. Okay, so specific conductance is equal to kappa. So specific conductance is equal to conductance when L is equal to 1 and A is equal to 1 meter square. Okay, so specific conductance is also can be called as conductivity. Okay, remember one thing, the specific conductance is proportional to conductance, is proportional to concentration. Okay, that means if concentration increases, specific conductance kappa will be increases. Okay, so remember one thing, if specific conductance or kappa is proportional to concentration of that solution. Okay, so specific conductance or kappa is proportional to concentration of that solution. Okay, and the second type of conductance is molar conductance. This molar conductance. So molar conductance is also can be called as, it is defined as lambda m. It is the capital lambda. Okay, when we write this lambda is a small lambda, this lambda is small lambda, but when we write lambda as this format, this is called as capital lambda. Okay, this is a capital lambda. Okay, so what happens, molar conductance of capital lambda m is equal to 1000 kappa by molarity or 1000 kappa by C. So what is here, the lambda m is equal to 1000 kappa by C. Okay, so remember one thing, that is by this equation what we can easily say that that lambda m is inversely proportional to concentration. Lambda m or molar conductance is inversely proportional to the concentration, but whereas the kappa or specific conductance is proportional to concentration. Okay, kappa or specific conductance is proportional to concentration, and but the lambda m or molar conductance is inversely proportional to the concentration. Okay, so in case of molar conductance, if we decrease the decrease the concentration, so like as the molar conductance is inversely proportional to the concentration, then if we decrease the concentration, then molar conductance will increase. But in case of kappa, that is specific conductance, if we increase the concentration, then specific conductance will increase. Okay, so right now we will be doing to the next topic, that is the effect of dilution on the conductivity. Okay, so dilution means I have already been said that the dilution means concentration of the solution will be decreased. Okay, if concentration decreased, we know that specific conductance is proportional to concentration, and molar conductance is inversely proportional to the concentration. Okay, so dilution means decrease of concentration. So okay, so here when we doing a dilution, that means the concentration will be decreased, so that if concentration decrease, then kappa or specific conductance will also be decreased. Okay, so kappa or specific conductivity will decrease on dilution, because on dilution concentration of the cell or concentration of the solution will decrease, as the kappa or specific conductance is proportional to concentration, then the kappa will also decrease, because on dilution concentration decrease and kappa will also decrease. But in case of lambda m, that is molar conductance is inversely proportional to C, that is inversely proportional to concentration. That means equivalent or molar conductance both will increase on the dilution. Okay, and reaches to the maximum value. Okay, in case of lambda m, as lambda m or equivalent conductance or molar conductance, whatever we can call it. Okay, the equivalent conductance and the molar conductance both is reciprocal or inversely proportional to the concentration of the cell. Okay, as it is inversely proportional to concentration, on dilution concentration decrease, that is why the lambda m or the molar conductance or equivalent conductance will increase, okay, and reaches to the maximum value, okay. Remember one thing, this is also important, the conductance of all electrolytes increase with temperature. If we increase the temperature, the conductance will also increase. If we increase the temperature, the conductance will also increase, okay. And there is as we know from earlier that we have already discussed that electrolytes are mainly of two types. One is weak electrolyte and another is strong electrolyte. In case of dilution, when we dilute a solution, the molar conductance increases for both the electrolytes, for strong electrolytes as well as the weak electrolytes. Strong as well as weak, both the electrolytes, the molar conductance will increase for both the electrolytes, strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. But there is a difference in the increase nature, the nature of the increases in case of weak electrolytes or strong electrolytes, okay. The strong electrolytes, the increase of the molar conductance in case of strong electrolytes, it not that much, okay, but the increase in the molar conductance of weak electrolytes, when you dilute a solution, then the increase will be much more higher, okay, much more higher. So in case of weak electrolyte, the molar conductance on dilution, in case of weak electrolyte, the value of molar conductance will be increased in a rapid way than to the strong electrolytes. What happens? What is the reason behind that? Because in case of molar conductance or equivalent conductance for strong electrolytes, they are increase the strong electrolyte, the molar conductance, that is lambda m, will increase in case of strong electrolytes, but this is due to the weakening of the intermolecular forces upon the dilution, okay. Because this is due to the, in case of dilution, the intermolecular forces will be decreased. That is why the lambda m or the molar conductance will increase, okay. And remember one thing, in case of strong electrolytes, the effect of dilution will be categorized by the Debye-Huckel theory, okay. In case of molar conductance, in case of strong electrolytes, the molar conductance and the effect of dilution will be categorized or will be theorized by the Debye-Huckel theory, and the specific conductance or the molar conductance of the strong electrolyte will increase due to the bond weakening of the intermolecular forces, okay. But in case of weak electrolyte, there will be rapid increase of the molar conductance. In case of weak electrolyte, there will be rapid increase of the molar conductance. Because there will be increase in the number of the ions upon dilution, okay. There will be an increase in the number of ions upon the dilution, okay. We have already been discussed that conductance or electricity will be gained by two ways. Number one is free electrons and number two is free ions, okay. In case of electrolyte, we are getting the conductance due to ions, okay. In case of weak electrolyte, when we dilute the solution, the increase of number of ions, okay. So number of ions increased. That is why the molar conductance of the weak electrolyte on dilution will be rapidly increasing, okay, okay. So basically there happens two things. Number one is, in case of molar conductance, the strong electrolyte and the weak electrolyte both will increase, but the strong electrolyte will increase slowly. But where in case of weak electrolyte, the increase of molar conductance will be higher or be rapid, okay. So this is for weak electrolyte and this is for strong electrolyte, okay. This is for weak electrolyte and this is for strong electrolyte, okay. And I am giving an example data. Look here, in case of HCl, KCl, KNO3, when we dilute, that is decrease the concentration, the molar conductance increase, okay. So here in case of HCl, KCl and KNO3, all of these are strong electrolytes. Here on dilution the molar conductance increases, but they are increased but not in the huge value. Okay, but here it's only increased from 391 to 42426. Okay, the delta is less. Okay, so although the increase in molar conductivity, the molar conductance or molar conductivity will increase on dilution, but the value is not that great. Okay, but in case of weak electrolyte, suppose in case of acetic acid or NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide, there's both of them are weak electrolytes. Here in that case, the dilution after doing the dilution, the delta M value, that is the molar conductance, is increased rapidly or with a great extent, Here in case of acetic acid, the molar conductance before the dilution is 5.2, only 5.2, but after the dilution to an infinite dilution level, here it is going to 390. Okay, almost 391 or 390. Okay, so from this graph we are having a data on that note that on case of weak electrolyte, the molar conductance value on dilution will be highly increased. Okay, due to the increase of remember Phe ions. Okay, due to the increase of Phe ions, the molar conductance for weak electrolyte will be highly increased. Okay, but the increase in the Phe ions will not happen in case of strong electrolyte. That is why the molar conductance value of the strong electrolyte will not be increased to so much extent, although the molar conductance value will be increased for strong electrolytes, but not that much. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood this very well. So this is the topic we have learned today, the effect of dilution on the conductance. Okay, so this conductance, not only for the specific conductance, we have also known it for the molar conductance, and in case of strong and weak electrolyte, the conductance value or molar conductance value for strong and weak electrolytes, we have also explained this as well. Okay, and we have given a data so that you have find it really easy to understand what is going on the on the effect of dilution. When we dilute a solution, the conductance value or the molar conductance value or the specific conductance value will increase or decrease. If increase, in how many extents. Okay, so to give this practical data, I have given you a practical example. Okay, so this is for now. So thank you very much.